Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com. And today I want to talk about how having a business idea is not enough and how you must take action on that idea. Over the years, I've had thousands of ideas and I write down so many of them. And some of them are good ideas, but they're just stuff I'm not going to be able to practically put into action right now or realistically never will. It's just not something for me right here and now. But I have an idea, many thousands of them. The issue is that many people get ideas just like that, but they are not cognizant enough of the fact that they got to actually do something about the idea or it's otherwise worthless. I've had so many people over the years say, I have the next billion-dollar idea. Well, everybody says that. And listen, most ideas, if there's enough people of a potential market, can get to $1 billion. So having a $1 billion idea doesn't mean anything because so many people say that, and yet there's no action. There's no $1 billion idea if you're not generating $1 billion worth of revenue. This idea that because this thing has some potential, monetary potential of billions or whatever people say, that necessarily means it's $1 billion idea is not the case. Because the idea not acted on is absolutely useless and worthless. It's worthless. Your $1 billion idea is worth nothing if you're not taking action on it and actually proving it. So many people, they want investments. Oh, I got this $1 billion idea. I got this $1 million idea. I got this great idea. And they want everybody else to take the risk when they haven't even taken the basic risk of starting the business, doing something about it. Or they have, but now they're needing funding because they haven't done even anything really in the business to get sales coming in. I know people who have business ideas and they poured in a bunch of money into it and they still don't have a product and they have no customers. There's this weird idea in the entrepreneur community where they love ideas. They love I got this great business idea. And they love making business plans about the business idea. But actually taking action and doing the work, I don't know about that. They shrug that off, or they try to find some new excuse, or they go touch up their business plan to make it just perfect, as if that does anything. Listen, people going to school for business, and you're being taught how to make the perfect business plan. That's only useful when you're applying for funding from a bank or some investment group. And even those, unless it's a real tiny amount, if it's a larger amount of money, the bank doesn't care about your business plan. It can be good to have as far as showing them there's some actual plan, but they're going to want to see real results. You have the greatest business plan in the world, and you want $1 million cash from the bank, and you have no sales, no customers, no product, nothing except for an idea. You're not getting that funding. Or if you do, you're going to have to do a bunch of weird stuff. You're going to have to sign your house on the line, your car on the line, some other stuff, and you're going to have a bunch of potential risk for something you haven't even vetted to prove that it's actually worth anything. Having an idea is great. We all have them. We all have many of them. But you can't be one of these people that doesn't take action on your idea. So if you have a great idea, and I've given this example a number of times, but it's very useful. Say somebody had an idea to start a cookie making company. They've made some cookies and they've given them to their friends and family and their coworkers. Everybody seemed to like them. Sounds great. There's a potential business there. But then they want to go, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a loan from the bank for $100,000. I'm going to rent a space in a shopping center. I'm going to get this equipment and that equipment. Next thing you know, they're going to have spent $100,000 and they haven't even proven that this is a viable idea. Now you may say, well, they did prove it because people wanted their cookies, people loved them, people raved about them. No, that doesn't prove anything. When you're giving stuff away for free, people might rave a little bit more than when they're having to pay. The real test is, are those same people willing to actually pay you money for those cookies? And if so, how much are they willing to pay? And then in that case, if they did pay you for it, that's great. But is that enough to make a profit? If you have 50 cents cost into the cookie and people are willing to pay you a quarter, that's a dead business. And of course, the alternative is if you can figure out a way to get your costs lower, then that might be a viable business. But at that current rate of your cost of goods and their willingness to pay a certain amount, that's not a viable business. And it doesn't take a lot of money. You don't need to go get some kitchen somewhere and some shopping center so you can sell your cookies when you haven't even proven anybody will buy them. Start selling them. Maybe tell your coworkers, hey, your wife or your husband works at a different location. Hey, ask them if they would like to buy these cookies or if they can share them with their coworkers. You can literally, on your lunch breaks, go to other offices in your area if you work for someone else and try to sell the cookies. See what happens. Are people willing to pay for them? You could do the same thing where you give them away for free. That way people can know, because a lot of times people aren't going to pay if they don't even know if it's going to be good or not. Or you can give samples. Samples work. That's why they do them in stores. People buy stuff from a sample that they maybe wouldn't have bought at all or even looked at. If there wasn't that sample available, they could actually see and taste it. Okay, this is good. The point is that you need to, with your business idea, work it out, get all the bugs and the kinks worked out of it so you can figure out what exactly needs to be done, the price you can get the product at, or you can make the product at, or the service you're going to deliver, how much it's going to cost you to deliver the service. Figure all these things out and figure out if a customer is actually willing to pay for it, because there's a vast difference between when you're offering something for free, giving things away for free, doing your service for free, and when you're actually asking people to take their money out of their pocket and give it to you. And that is where so many businesses fail. People think they have these great ideas. Oh, everybody loves my soup. Everybody loves my cookies. Everybody loves my whatever. But yeah, of course they love it when it's free. But when you actually come to putting a dollar price tag on it, people say, I don't know about that. You know, if it was this much, and then you realize you don't have a business at all because what people are willing to pay for that is less than your cost. And unless you have some plan to get your costs way lower to where what people are willing to pay is actually going to be profitable, that business should not be advanced at all because it's going to lose money and there's no upside there. Now, some businesses can lose money because they get a lot of investment and they can do well for years, losing a bunch of money because in the end, they see that there's going to be a place where they'll be able to start being profitable, pay back the loans, and give dividends to the investors, and they'll be a better company in the end. But for most people, you can't do that. You don't have such technology like an Uber or something where you can do that, where people see the idea, they see the vision, and they see the potential, and they see it actually being enacted in their own city, and they're willing to invest in that even though the company is losing money because they see where this can go. For the average individual with their idea, it's not that big and that scale of an Uber, and so you're going to have to be a little more diligent about your profit potential, what the customer is willing to pay, and you can't just be hemorrhaging money like these companies that are getting millions and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of investments and loans and things like that. That's not a viable business for most people in the industries that they're trying to get into. Now, I encourage you, write down business ideas. I don't care if the idea is foolish, it seems like it doesn't make any sense. Just write it down. Write down your business ideas. Keep track of them. Keep a binder of all your ideas because some of those might be valuable some point in time where you might be able to act on them. Some of them might be valuable in the sense that you go back and read some of them and it sparks a different idea. But in the end, all those ideas are completely useless. Even the ones that's the perfect, greatest idea ever. You think you got a great business plan. All of it means nothing if you don't take action on the idea. So if there's something you've been putting off, a business you've been talking about doing forever, take action on today. Stop putting it off. Stop making a new business plan. Stop doing all these things that are busy work and activity in the business that's not actually doing anything to grow the business or even get the business off the ground in the first place. Take action, take massive action, and watch as your idea grows and blooms into a great, successful business. I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.